Hey, this is Ryan from Dakota Angler and Outfitter. Today we're going to be tying a Scud weight fly. You can tie this in a bunch of different colors. I usually do it in kind of a pink or an orange, but you can kind of match it to whatever your local fish like. We're doing a Firehole 315 hook with an 1/8 inch tungsten bead. I'm using 70 denier thread. Start your shred at the front of the hook. And then we're going to use some pretty thick wire. I'm using medium ultra wire here. A lot of guys use thread for the rib on flies like these just to get it to really stick out, but I haven't found thread to be real durable by any means, so I prefer to use the wire myself. So start it at the front, bring it back to about even where the barb of the hook would be, if there was one. And then we're going to be using some pink Hemingway Czech nymph dubbing. Kind of get a pretty big, you want this to be a pretty fat fly, so don't be afraid to use more dubbing than you necessarily think. Kind of just build a taper into your dubbing noodle too, makes your fly turn out a little better. It's usually a nice taper that way. Kind of start right at the back, right forward. Maybe it's a little too much dubbing. There you go. You want to leave a little bit. We're going to put a little different color dubbing at the front of this, so leave just a little bit of room at the front. So now take this big black ultra wire and rib it. You probably get like 4 ribs out of it. I just really like the big, really defined segmentation this big wire gives, and it's really durable too. So do about 3 wraps of that. Trim that off. Now we're going to take some hen spectra dubbing, kind of a darker. We're going to use almost like a kind of a brown here, I believe. I like having a little bit of contrast between the front and the back of my flies. Go ahead and get a little noodle of that. And leave yourself a little more room than a little more dubbing than you think, just because I'm going to brush it out a little bit, just so you have a little buggier look. And maybe just a touch more than that. You're going to lose some when you brush it out, so. Alright, that'll work. Alright, now you can lip finish now. Trim off your thread, and take your brush, and try and only brush the spectra dubbing at the front. Will brush out better anyways, but if you can kind of mostly brush the front of the fly, it leaves the back kind of nice and clean looking, while it gives you that kind of shaggy thorax on there. And if the whole fly gets brushed a little bit, it's not a big deal, but I just like it to be a little more brushed out than just smooth noodle of dubbing on there. So that's it. It's a really easy fly. I like using this for a weight fly and a Czech nymph rig, but it seems like even if you're indicator nymphing, you can use this for your first fly, and you get a surprising amount of fish on it. But with that big tungsten bead and kind of that dense body, it sinks pretty fast and gets down there and the fish dig it. So thanks.